Let's go!
Tonight's flavor is Oat of This Swirled by Ben & Jerry's. A lot of people have some very fond memories about oatmeal cookie chunk. It's actually many ice cream fans' favorite Ben & Jerry's flavor. Now, me personally, I liked it. Don't get me wrong. I didn't hate it or anything, but it never really struck me as the classic that other people viewed it as. I just never really had that that affinity for it. You know, I was way more sad when they got rid of Dublin Mudslide than when they got rid of oatmeal cookie chunk. So I know it's just a subjective thing, but I like the flavor, do not get me wrong. But I haven't been clamoring for its return, but I know a lot of you guys out there have been. And so you're waiting with bated breath to find out if this baby right here, which sounds oddly reminiscent, if this one can hold a candle to the classic oatmeal cookie chunk. This version is buttery brown sugar ice cream with fudge flakes and oatmeal cinnamon cookie swirls. Fun fact, for those of you who aren't aware, the reason they stopped making oatmeal cookie chunk in the first place was because those hippie bastards, Ben & Jerry's, could not source oatmeal cookies that were fair trade or non-GMO or whatever, you know, frou-frou shit they care about. That's why your flavor is gone. Look, I admire their ethics, I guess, okay? I admire they stick to their guns, all right? But I like ice cream. I don't give a shit about politics. I don't give a shit about ethics. I care if you're making good ice cream, and that's all I give a shit about, really. So, fingers crossed, this one, I love oatmeal cookies. I don't like, believe it or not, I don't like chocolate chip oatmeal cookies as much as I like oatmeal raisin. I really was hoping when they brought this flavor back, they'd throw raisins in there. I know I'm a weirdo for saying that, but whatever. So, brown sugar ice cream, fudge flakes, oatmeal cinnamon cookie swirls. Let's go. Looks promising to start. So we got a lot of those fudge flakes. That's nice. The buttery brown sugar ice cream is solid, if not a little on the bland side. Not really getting much of a brown sugar vibe. Maybe it's because the chocolate's overpowering it. I don't know. I'm hoping there's a ton of those oatmeal cinnamon cookie swirls, because otherwise this is going to be a really boring experience, man. And we finally hit some of that swirl there, as you can see in the bottom. I'm going to get a nice big spoonful here that has all the elements, and we're going to see what's what. Here we go. And the crowd goes mild. Well, I mean, that's the best this flavor's got. Man, one of the big problems with Ben & Jerry's flavors these days is that none of the flavor elements pop. There's nothing standing out. The most powerful flavor in this pint is the chocolate pieces. It's hard for me to differentiate between that swirl and the base. I mean, that's a bad sign. I actually feel like this flavor would have benefited by not having the chocolate in it. I'd at least be able to taste that swirl better.
How's it going, babe?
Not great.
Yeah?
I'm gonna eat the whole thing, but
You're not happy about it?
no.
Damn.
Wow, what a disappointment. So this one is just as boring as Truffle Kerfuffle was to me. It's just, like I said, nothing jumps out. Nothing, it all just blends together, and it's not that good. It just isn't. Now, I said at the beginning of this video, I was not a huge fan of OCC, but this one doesn't even come close to that. I probably would have rated OCC, and like I said, I'm just rating it objectively. I'd say it's a 9. It's a 9 ice cream, even though I wasn't gonna re-scoop it. I couldn't say, like, that's not a good ice cream. It was a great ice cream, just not my thing. This, however, is not a great ice cream. I don't even want to say it's above average. I'd say that it's slightly better than mediocre, and I'm actually a bit upset I ate this instead of, I have some salt and straw, I have some clementines, I have, you know, Ample Hills I could have eaten instead of this, and man, I'm just pissed. Like, I'm just very disenchanted with Ben & Jerry's. And look, I've said this before, guys. I don't hate Ben & Jerry's. I don't know why people think I hate Ben & Jerry's. Ben & Jerry's was my first love. I love analogies, so I'm gonna give you guys an analogy to explain what I'm dealing with, what a lot of other diehard ice cream lovers are dealing with. Ben & Jerry's is like a sports franchise. You know, whatever your favorite team is, whatever sport, it doesn't matter. For me, it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Ben & Jerry's is like a sports franchise that you grow up watching, and they have a dynasty, and they're just so good. But then you begin to see management making terrible decision after terrible decision. You know, bad trades, bad free agent signings, bad coach hirings, things like that. And they just make bad decisions, and they just get progressively worse. And, you know, as a longtime fan, you expect maybe your voice to mean something. Maybe your opinion should mean something. But then you realize that this multi-billion-dollar franchise doesn't give two shits about you. They don't. They care about one thing only, well, besides their political agenda, which, let's not get started on that. The bottom line. All Ben & Jerry's cares about is making money. So yeah, you have a bunch of idiots on Instagram telling you this is a great flavor. They'll swear up and down, and a lot of bloggers might even say it's good. You know why? Because God forbid you bite the hand that feeds you. If Ben & Jerry's is sending you free stuff, you can't really speak your heart. You can't give your honest opinion, because you don't want Ben & Jerry's to cut you off, right? You want to keep getting those first dibs on the samples, right? Because that's what gets you the likes. That's what gets you the followers, right? I'm never going to sell my soul for ice cream. It's never going to happen. You can send me all the free scoops you want, all the free bowls you want, all the free ice cream you want, but I will not lie and tell you guys watching me right now that an ice cream is good when it isn't. Because this is another piss poor effort. It's piss poor. And I'm not, and look, I give Ben & Jerry's, I just gave you, I gave you guys a review a couple days ago of a dairy-free flavor that I really enjoyed. So if they're capable of making good ice creams, they just, and that maybe that was an exception, because this truffle kerfuffle, and I have urban and bourbon in my fridge, and I'm not really looking forward to that. On top of the cereal flavors from the Scoop Shop, it's just Ben & Jerry's for the last year and a half has been dog shit. It's disappointing. I'm sorry for going off on a rant, but maybe you guys will understand me a little bit better now, where I'm coming from with Ben & Jerry's state of affairs. At any rate, this gets a 6 out of 10, and I will not be re-scooping it ever. And if you're a fan of oatmeal cookie chunk, I don't know what to tell you, but this is not going to satisfy that craving. So, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.